This is Conversations
with Ronnie Keith
and Iris. How you doing today, baby?
I'm very good. How about you?
I'm doing pretty good. This will be a Conversations episode where it's us.
Yes.
We haven't done this in a while.
Long overdue, right?
Yeah. It's been quite a while.
We've been hearing some folks saying, "Where are y'all at?"
Yeah, they definitely have. Well, we're here. We just had to go through some episodes where we were talking to these extraordinary people.
Yes.
And we really enjoyed speaking with them. We hope that you guys have enjoyed that as well.
Some beautiful people that we interviewed.
Absolutely. Last episode, Eileen Santos.
Oh, that was deep.
It was very.
We heard some great feedback on that. Thank you for the love and support.
Yes.
And the one before it concerning awareness for thyroid eye disease with my wonderful friend Andrea. So that was very good.
Correct. And of course, the Sinners Part 2.
What? Yes. Forgot about that. Yes.
That was a great episode. We do have a couple of fan mails here. I do want to go ahead and read those out. One fan mail from Orlando, Florida says, I just love to hear Iris's voice on the show. Great episode. Keep it going. And thank you for that. Did you hear that?
Thank you. Yes.
Okay. And then the next one is Orlando. Such a powerful episode. Puts into perspective the Diddy and Cassie situation.
Oh.
You wonder why the police isn't called. This was hard to listen to. Thank God she survived.
Oh my God, yeah.
So this was that was actually from Leah. So
wow, thank you, Leah, for your love and
really
support there.
It. So that was regarding the Eileen Santos podcast.
Oh yeah, that was a deep episode.
Yes, it was. So we're back. We're your guest and host today. It'll be us doing this. And so I just wanted to once again thank you guys for everything that you all have been doing to support us. You've been following us on our Instagram page, Conversations with Ronnie Keith _ Iris _ pod. We thank you guys for all of the follows there. We also thank you guys for all of the downloads that you guys have been doing. Continue to share, continue to download. We had a few more new downloads from new places last week.
Do tell.
I don't know. I think Brooklyn, New York has been there before. Falkenstein, Saxony.
What?
Neterio.
Sorry, where is that?
I believe that's in Germany.
Oh my God, that's awesome.
We had Falkenstein, Saxony, yes, which is in Brazil. No, I'm sorry. I just said that was in Germany. My bad. Neterio, Rio de Janeiro.
Oh, wow. Brazil. My Latinos.
Sao Paulo, which is Brazil as well.
São Paulo.
Yep. Dallas, Texas, of course.
Okay.
Indianapolis, Indiana. Thank you for the support. Of course, our hometown, Orlando.
Woo, woo.
We had some in New York as well. Brooklyn.
Shout out to my Brooklyn people. God, I love Brooklyn.
Pflugerville, Texas. Jacksonville, Florida. I mean, list goes on and on. Henderson, Nevada, Chagrin Falls, Ohio. Thank you guys so much for the support.
Oh my God, thank you. Okay. It means so much to us when you download, listen, share, fan mail. Keep them coming. I love it all.
Yes, absolutely. So we have an announcement to make.
Just say it. Let's rip that Band-Aid.
We're going to rip the Band-Aid. So for most of you, I don't know if all of you know this, this is the second podcast that I do. I have what we call the flagship podcast, which is the Short Desk Podcast. That is a show that I host with Darrell and Dwayne. That is a show that I created back in 2021. And so I created this show back in 2024, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, 2024. And it has been a lot of fun.
Yes.
sitting down doing a different show. The Short Disc Podcast drops on every Tuesday. That show is more of a entertainment, society, culture show where we discuss what's going on in the world today, the world events that's going on in our culture,
Brotherhood.
music, telling stories, sports, news,
Yep.
all those things. This show here is where we've, for the most part, I started it by myself and brought Iris on with me, interviewing people, telling extraordinary stories of their lives, and having these wonderful guests come on.
Yeah.
And we've been doing this together probably since the beginning of this year, right?
Mm-hmm.
So this year, things have, which is a good thing.
Mm-hmm.
Things have really, really taken off with the Short Disc Podcast in such a short time. In the last, I want to say 5 months, like it has grown so fast.
Substantially, for sure.
Yeah. And there's been so many things that's going on behind the scenes that, of course, if you listen to the show, you're going to hear coming very soon that we're going to be offering and doing because of the growth of the show. And there's been some meetings taking place and things like that. And so because of that, that show may pull me more as far as doing more, possibly more episodes. Who knows? Depending on what happens there.
Do you think twice a week?
It could. If it's in demand.
I hope it comes to fruition.
If people want it and the deal is good, then definitely we will go there.
Oh, that sounds
so.
Awesome.
Having said that, I have decided that I want to take a step back from co-hosting conversations with Ronnie Keith and Iris, and this be Iris's platform, which will now be Conversations with Iris. She will drive this vehicle, meaning she will be the sole host of the show. Now,
yay!
Yeah, she's done such a wonderful job. I've got nothing but great feedback. She is phenomenal. She knows how to do this. She really, she's really, really good at speaking with our guests. I'll be playing the background, still producing.
He's still got to be in control, ladies and gentlemen.
Of course.
Come on now. He is the boss. He's like my manager, my agent.
I'll still be
behind the scenes.
I'll still be producing.
But tell him the good part, though. You're still going to come in.
Of course. Bringing on a guest. But I'll still be working with the show in the sense of that these episodes that we're doing today, we'll do those maybe once a month, depending on, what Iris' schedule is with the guests that we bring on for her. But we probably will still do this show with me and Iris once a month.
Mm-hmm.
And I will still keep the commitment to Rock and Antoine. Well, you know what? I'm not going to do that. The commitment to Rock and Antoine, I'm going to put that on the Short Disc platform, where it'll be like a secondary episode,
like
a
special edition.
Yeah. Like I'll drop that on like a Thursday or something.
Okay, that sounds good.
But this will be Iris's platform. I'll come on as a guest with her once a month, but this will be her platform.
Or for some interviews, you'll come on.
Sometimes, yes, sometimes. But this will be her vehicle. I want her to have this as her own. She has done a phenomenal job. She is excellent, my wife. And I'm not just blowing smoke up her because she's my wife, but she is great.
You,
and I trust her to take this further than I could. And so she's going to do a great job with this.
Thank you.
It isn't imminent when you hear this episode. We've got so many episodes still in the pipeline that you will be, produced and delivered and dropped for the next few Fridays. So you probably won't see the transition of this show to Iris until probably another month and a half, maybe.
It'll just come naturally.
Yeah, it'll be natural.
Pretty seamless.
You'll notice that I'm no longer on the intro. You'll notice that so I have rebranding the show. It still be Conversations with Edie. And
you better say it the right way.
Edie. And so
I was thinking about adding like Miss Iris, something like that.
Yeah, okay, whatever you want to do. I don't know. I'm just.
What do you guys think? Take a vote. Send me some fan mail.
Yeah, send some fan mail in. Do you think that the name should still stick to conversation with Iris, or should it be something a little bit different?
Like a little pizzazz?
A little pizzazz to it. I do think it should still stick to conversation with Iris, because that's a brand. That's your branding. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you're already out there with the interview circle with that name. So I think that would be strong to keep. But, hey, Miss Iris, whatever. I would still stick with Iris,
I think, yeah. But send me your thoughts.
Yeah, absolutely. Send the fan mail. But that is what you'll be seeing here in the next month or so, where this show will start transitioning over to solely Iris doing these interviews. And like I said, once a month, her and I will get together. I haven't forgot, we still got part 2 of Dwayne's interview, which either I'll drop it here or I'll do it on a Short Desk Presents little special episode. Like I said, I think I may keep those. And like I said, with the Rock and Antoine thing, we will do that on the Short Desk platform.
An awesome idea.
And just release it as a special episode.
But don't get it twisted now. I'm still going to have Antoine on my podcast too.
You can do whatever you want with that.
Hey, I got to have my brother come on.
But he's, with me. For
I have a lot of great ideas for
things.
Sure.
But yeah, so this will, don't fret. It's not going to change as far as the interviews, the captivating, the great interviews, the great people that come on. It's just will be Iris's brand. We'll still get the people on, men, women, Black, white, Latino, Asian. Everyone will still be on all walks of life. That won't change. So just want to drop that on you, since this will be an episode. This will be well, I'm just going to say the last episode, but it's not the last episode.
It's not.
But this will be the last episode you will probably hear before it transitions over to Iris, concerning with just Iris and I. And then the next time you hear us together, it'll be just Iris's show. So that's what we'll be doing.
Can I just say something?
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to be honest with everyone. I was very skeptical at first to lead interviews or to do this solo, and you just pushed me. You were like, you got this. I remember when I 100% went solo on the thyroid eye disease episode, and I was just like, oh my God, can I do this? And I just been receiving a plethora of feedback and just very applauding and all that stuff. Is that even a word? Applauding? Did I say that right?
Applauding.
Applauds. Like when you applaud somebody.
Oh,
did I say that right?
Well, you
a standing ovation.
No, you've received some kudos.
Some kudos. There we go. Hey, scratch that out. So no, but I'm just very just excited and thrilled for all the love and the encouragement and stuff like that, because honestly, guys, I didn't want to do this, but just like a new love just sparked between, I don't know, sometime this year. And I was like, wow, this is really fun. So I want to thank you, baby, for helping me find that little niche and kind of just get away from the normal day to day and just come here and interview people. I really enjoy it. And thanks to you. And thank you for believing in me. Oh. And to you guys too. This all would not have been possible without you guys, for sure.
Oh, you're very welcome. You've done a great job.
So. Thank you.
Yes, it's in great hands. It's in great hands. I'll still be lording over it as
He's
emperor.
Still the agent.
Yeah.
Or how sis calls you, my sister-in-law, the manager.
Right.
He's still my manager, okay, guys? Don't get it twisted. He's still going to be here,
I still got to make sure it's going to be her show, but it's going to be run the way I like it.
He got to have control somewhere, guys. Absolutely. Come on now.
Run these boards. I got to signal for her. All the things. But anyways, she's going to do great. She's phenomenal. So we want to talk to you guys. We had a great week. If you listen to us on the Short Desk, listen to me on the Short Desk podcast, I did mention that we went on a little quick cruise. I know, oh my God, they're on a cruise again. Stop being a hater and take time out and take a vacation. Don't hate on us taking vacations. You take a vacation.
Who said that, first of all? Let's call them out. Let's
everybody.
Call them out right now.
I'm sure everybody sees
How
us.
dare you say that to us?
We're on a vacation. No, we're not.
Oh, what cruise are you doing now?
Every time I see you, you're on a vacation. No, we're not.
Well, you need to make an effort, get up from your butt, and book a cruise.
Right. Or book a vacation or something. This was actually So we went out of town earlier this year to Tennessee. So this was, and then we did go to Miami for like 2 days. This cruise was 3 days. We went from
Yeah.
Friday to Monday. So things have been changing with our job where they want us to take more time off. And so beforehand, we were able to roll over 56 hours in PTO. Now we're only able
24.
24. That's it.
So you gotta take time off.
Yeah. And
No
so
excuses.
we've been with the company for so long, we earned a certain amount of hours. And so now it's like scrambling to take PTO.
Yeah.
You know, so I actually took off for about, I think I took off 7 work days of PTO, and I still got a lot of time to take off. But we had planned this cruise a few months ago because our son turned 20.
Yeah.
I always called him a grown kid. Because
He really
he's
is.
grown, but he's still a kid. And so we asked him what he would like to do for his birthday.
Such a different generation.
Yes, it is. And what did he want to do for his birthday?
A cruise.
Yes. So we booked a cruise. He wanted to go on a cruise that he had never been on before, which was, we were like, okay, well, let's do the celebrity cruise. We did it for the first time last year at around the same time, actually. Yeah. And so we asked him, did he want to do that? And he said, yes, let's do it. So we booked a nice cruise. Left, like I said, it was Friday to Monday. Left out of Fort Lauderdale. And we went to Key West.
And Bimini, Bahamas.
Yes. So, again, this is a cruise ship that we've done before, Celebrity Reflection. And if you've listened to our episodes before, Heather Bowen, she helps us with booking cruises. Yeah. And so she got us a great deal. Got us $150 on board credit, too, with that deal for a nice balcony room. So we had a pretty good time.
We did.
It was very short, as I said, but we got there. Isaac really enjoyed himself. Mm-hmm. He stuck to us like glue. Like, you know.
Mind you, this is a 20-year-old, but I always tell him all the time, you know, at your age, I was already a mom.
Right. And not only that, but it's
a
like.
mom's like a 2-year-old behind me.
Bruh, it's like you would want to, like at 20 years old, if we're on the ship, first of all,
kids are different now, Keith.
I definitely wouldn't want to stay in the room with my parents.
Yeah, I would not want to. First of all, I would have been honored, like excited, and I don't care if I would have stayed in the same room with my parents to be able to go on a cruise, you know?
Yeah, so
first of all, I would have loved that, but to like spend the time with them, I would have said, hell no.
Right, so that's the thing.
I do my own thing. Talk to y'all later. Peace out. Deuces.
As soon as I got on that ship, I'd be like, hey, I'll see y'all later.
Yeah, I do my own thing.
I'm gone. They wouldn't see me till that night.
For real.
You know what I mean? And not Isaac.
Oh, it's just a different generation.
Isaac wants to be with us 24/7.
I think it's because we're cool parents.
You think that's what it is?
I think we were young parents too. Mm-hmm. So I think he's just, the vibe is like homeboy, homegirl, but we always kind of have to remind him, hey, I'm not your homegirl, I'm your mom.
Right,
you know?
Right.
Don't get it twisted, boy.
Right. So you think that's probably why?
I think so. I think that has to be the logical response for them.
But I mean, so the Celebrity Cruise, as we said before, it's a very nice cruise. It is a more mature crowd on the cruise.
Yeah, it is part of the Royal Caribbean family.
Right. But the food is phenomenal.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Let me talk about my favorite thing first.
Go ahead. Do it.
Food is just great.
Is that your favorite thing about the ship?
Yes.
The food?
Yes. I'm not big on buffet food, believe it or not.
Yeah, it makes me sick.
But Celebrity's buffet food is it's the best that I've had. Out of the cruise lines that we've been, as far as buffet food goes, we've been on Disney, we've been on Royal, we've been on Carnival. Virgin doesn't really have buffet food, so I can't count them.
Yeah.
Out of those lines, I would say Celebrity has the best buffet food for the dinner.
I would have to agree with you on that. Yeah.
Breakfast.
Disney has the best breakfast, hands
Disney
down.
has the best breakfast.
Yeah.
So Celebrity's food is just great. It's very fresh.
Their pizza?
Different. They had fried chicken, real. You know, they really, because a lot of times when you go on these cruises, no offense, but it's more like Mediterranean. Indian, Asian type of food, kind of
Yeah.
geared towards that.
Well, wait a minute now. So a lot of the times on the cruise, on some of the days they did have a lot of Indian dishes there too, which is okay, but they were all spread out.
Right. That's
Because I remember the day that we had the reservation for the restaurant, they had Mediterranean theme,
which not Mediterranean.
which was
I
cool.
don't want to. I
I'm
want to
sorry,
add
which was
them.
cool. Yeah.
It's more, I would say, more Indian themed.
Mm-hmm.
You see that a lot with a lot of the cruise lines,
Yeah.
especially with Royal. Like it seems like every day they have a lot of Indian themed food. With Celebrity, they didn't really have that every day. Like you didn't really see. You may have saw a little Indian dish, one or two, like the first day. Second day, I didn't see it.
Yeah. I think the third day I did see, I think a couple.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's my favorite thing. The food. Food is just great. But Isaac he did not want to leave our side. Like, he didn't go and explore this unless we explored it.
Yeah.
There were, like I said, it's a mature crowd. So what I mean by mature crowd, it isn't like all older people.
Yeah.
There's people our age in the 40s, 50s,
And there's like
30s too.
30s, late
and
20s,
late 20s.
babies.
But you don't see too many little kids.
You don't. I think if we saw maybe, would you say 15?
Maybe 15
kids.
That may have been even over, but yeah,
15 kids. I think
on
that's
the
all
whole
we
ship
saw on
that
the
we
whole
saw.
ship that I ran into.
Yeah. So, it's very good. It's a very easy to navigate ship. They have entertainment there. While we were there, they had a show. We missed the show. They had a comedy show.
Let's tell them the truth, though.
Well, we missed the musical show.
We did, because I kind of understand Celebrity Cruise's purpose.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it is an older crowd, but it's that type of ship that once you go and enjoy yourself, you are solely there to relax.
Yes, it is.
You really are there to relax.
Yes.
It's not like comparable to Carnival. You have your clubs, you have a get together. Virgin has like clubs too, pajama night, all that stuff. Celebrity Cruises is straight up relax. Like, you go to get a peace of mind, hit that major pause button on major life events and disconnect from the world. This is the cruise for that.
I feel like Virgin's like that too. Like, yes, it's a good mix. Virgin is a very relaxing.
You are absolutely right. Because when we were there was nothing like work related I thought about. No driving. I mean, it was just phenomenal.
It's not a busy cruise. Like Carnival's a busy cruise. Royal Caribbean's becoming a busy cruise as well.
Mm-hmm.
But Celebrity's very laid back. I didn't see. Now, this is an older ship we went on. Later on this year, we're going on a brand new ship. So, and it's a very big ship. So I don't know if they have
Apex.
Yeah, I don't know if they have clubs there or not.
I have no idea, but I'm okay if they don't.
Yeah. So
I'm being real. I don't care.
Celebrity Reflection did not, but they did have the little atrium, and they had, they would have they didn't have club. They had like nightclub type things where, like bars, like,
yeah, they
and
had
they have
bars.
People playing music. It wasn't like DJs. I don't think I ever saw a DJ there. Well, there was a DJ playing the second night. He was playing Latin music down there in the atrium.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, and they had the silent party.
Yes.
Which I know this is weird, guys. And when we walk by the silent party, I don't know, the curiosity is just like sparking my interest. I think I'm going to try it next time. Yes, I'm going to look like a weirdo.
Yes.
But it actually looks very fun. Okay. The silent party type thing.
Well, the next one I'll put on the headphones. I'm not going to dance. Because I look like a weirdo, but
it just sounds so fun and it's quiet, which I appreciate now.
Absolutely. So we didn't make the first show, which was a musical, the first night, and it's a shorter trip. So when you go on these cruises, I just want to let you know, when you go on a shorter cruise, they don't have like these big production plays. No matter what cruise line you go on, unless you're going on Disney. They really have like musicals really a lot of times. So if you just go 2 or 3 nights, it's not going to be extravagant shows. So the first night was a musical. We didn't see that. The second night was a comedian.
Comedy, yeah.
We went in there, and
You were not feeling him.
Isaac wasn't feeling them because the first thing Isaac said to me, "If it ain't black, I don't want to sit here." And I said, "Okay." I said,
I would have
"Son,
gave the
we gotta give
gentleman
him
a
a
chance.
chance." I said, "Let's
Hello.
give him a chance." And then the whole time we were there for maybe like 15 minutes, Isaac's just looking at me. And so, ready to go? I said, "Yeah, we can go." And so I turned to you. The third night, which was actually pretty good, they had a magician there.
He was good.
He was pretty doggone good. We had a good time.
And very authentic. Like
Yes.
I felt like he was real.
Yes.
So it was actually very nice. A known guy and has his own show on Netflix and
Yes.
everything. I forgot what his name was, but
I
he was
forgot his
pretty
name
good
too. But
too.
he was pretty good.
We gotta check
Funny
it out.
too. Yeah, we have to take a look at that.
He was like a magician / comedian. He was really good.
Yeah, he was good. But the big thing that we did is we relaxed.
Oh my God, we did so much of that from like the first night that we stayed there.
Yeah.
It was okay that we missed the show.
Yeah.
It was okay that we missed that buffet, eating time or whatever time frame it is.
Yeah, we fell asleep. We just relaxed
We
in our room.
slept.
I know we pissed off the little attendant guy because they constantly want to be housekeeping, and it's like, okay,
housekeeping.
Yeah.
Are you gonna be leaving?
And like, no,
no.
Don't worry about our room. Left them a good tip, but please just
Iris,
leave us alone.
how's it going?
I know they're doing their job, but nah, bro. Just give us some towels. We need some towels. But we did leave sometimes for him to go in there, but it wouldn't be all at the time that he wanted sometimes. But we really relaxed.
Yeah, we really did. Like everyone did, even Isaac. All
Yes.
of us slept and slept and slept. I
Watched
think
TV.
the second day that we were there, it was our Key West day.
So we went to Key West.
Mm-hmm.
We got off the ship.
Oh, Key West. Shout out to Key West. If you guys have not gone to Key West, Florida, you have to go. It is such a beautiful. How do you describe Key West? It's vibrant, happy. They're all about LGBTQ pride. Love that. They're just very mellow, chill people. You guys gotta try it. And all you need to venture the whole Key West area is what? What do you need?
A golf cart.
A golf cart. I'm not kidding. All you have to rent is that golf cart and you will enjoy the most out of Key West.
Absolutely. So we went to the place, Key West, and I had made sure that we had a golf cart to rent. So when we got there, I got off the boat, walked a couple of blocks to the golf cart place, and we rented a golf cart, and Isaac drove us around since it was his birthday. It was the first time driving a golf cart around. So he drove us around. It was an
electric golf cart.
Yeah.
It was cool.
So we went to some of the places that we've been before. We have a very special Cuban place that we like to eat at called
El Cibone.
Yeah.
Shout out to my Cuban cousins.
Yeah. It's very good. So we made it our business to go there. We just went around the island for a little bit. We had the golf cart for 5 hours. So we had it from 9 to 2.
Fast.
Oh my God, it went by so fast.
It pissed me off. Like I want to literally go back and just go on a road trip or something.
I will say this about Key West. Key West is beautiful. It's a nice island. But after maybe 3 days, you can go home.
Yeah, all you need is 2 days.
2 days. On the third day, you can go.
Yeah, on the third day you could go.
Yeah.
Because the first day you're gonna be like, oh, I love it here. The second day you're like, oh my God, it's so hot. And the third day, I think I've seen enough.
Mm-hmm. So once we were done, we got back on the ship probably around like 2:30. And
wait a minute now. Talk to them about that sun.
Well, that's what I'm about to say.
Oh my God.
The sun was beaming.
We're Floridians, but this sun was hardcore. The sun was
beaming. So by the time we got back on the boat, we passed out.
Yes. Like I straight up took a grandma nap.
Yeah, we passed out to the point where the attendant opened up the door because I guess he was knocking and none of us heard it. And he's like, oh, you're still here.
Are you guys leaving to go eat? Yeah. I was like, no.
Yeah. So when we finally did get up later on that evening.
It was like 10:30.
No, it was like 9.
10 o'clock-ish.
About 9. He was waiting.
Yeah, he was waiting for to go in there and clean up, which I appreciate.
Absolutely. So it wore us out. That's why we missed the show. We were just tired, because we had been out in the sun, and I mean, it was beaming. The next day, we've been to Bimini a few times, and the thing was,
So
Isaac
pretty.
and I had, yes, a very pretty island, but Isaac, I had booked Isaac and I a pizza making class. He wanted to make pizza, and so they had a class for that. So him and I did that. The only thing that sucked about that, it was like 9:45 in the morning, and I'm like, dang, they can't
Mm.
find something later. But okay, cool. So we did that. We had a great time. I'm actually going to post the pictures and stuff on our Instagram when you hear this. You'll hear this on Friday between Friday and Saturday. I'll post it on Instagram. We did a pizza making class, and then after that, you and Isaac jumped in the pool.
Yeah, we decided to go to the jacuzzi for a little bit.
They have a place called a solarium. So this
Oh, it's
place
so
is
nice. And it's
adults only,
covered.
and it's covered.
Like no sun, no
Yeah,
water. It could be raining, lightning.
yeah,
It's not gonna touch you.
right. Well, I wouldn't say all that. Lightning will touch you anyway.
No, I
There
can't.
was a flash. I had gotten in the water with him, and there was a flash that came out. I said,
Oh,
"Oh,
please. Don't
time
be
to
a
get up out of
pendejo.
here."
You're
You know
such
what
a
I'm saying?
pendejo.
Black people, we don't play
Bless
about
his
that
heart.
stuff. That's why you don't see
Oh,
many of us
please.
getting electrocuted. But so,
No, but listen to me. It
mm,
is such a great area. Like I stayed in that jacuzzi for like 2 hours.
yeah. It really is a
Just
nice area.
relax.
We had a great time there. So overall, like I said, they had some great movies to
Oh my God,
watch
yeah. They have a
in your
channel that I
room.
love. It's called BBC. I
Yeah,
know that's a little corny, but it's like English, all like
yeah,
from UK. I
yeah,
love
yeah.
it.
So we had a really good time. They have a nice little area. It's like a coffee shop, like a Starbucks, somewhat. But the like snacks, like cakes and cookies and
Oh,
cupcakes and
so good.
all that stuff is free. You get as much as you want. It's just
The tea is loose leaf tea. Gosh, I can't speak today.
yeah. They got a casino there, very nice
They have a
casino. I didn't
casino.
play.
While they were doing their pizza, I was just having an old lady moment. I sat down, had a
Hmm.
nice Earl Grey tea. That's my go-to with a little bit of honey.
Hmm.
And I just like closed my eyes and I just took it all in because I knew that the next day later it was time to go back home.
That's always the worst time.
Oh my God, it's horrible.
But we had a good time for what it was.
And we packed so light.
Yeah, we did. I mean,
We
hell,
packed so light. Like, and for me, I
that's a
only took
miracle.
shut up. I
That's
only
a
took a
miracle,
carry-on and a
y'all.
bag. That's all I took. I
It's a
kid you
miracle.
not. So like when you looked at me, you were like, that's only the stuff that you're gonna take? And that's not all you're gonna take?
So
I was
what she
like,
likes
yeah.
to do, y'all, is like when we go somewhere, she packs my clothes. And her excuse all the time, your clothes are so big. That's
It
why I
is.
have to get all this stuff, all
It
these other
is.
bags. So this time, because we were going for 3 days, I said, hey, I'm going to do something different. You know that big old luggage
Look at you
backpack
sounding
that
all
you said
grown.
for me, you brought for me? You was like, yeah. I said, well, I'm going to pack my stuff in that bag by itself. So we'll see who carries the most. And let's see how much of an excuse you have this time that my clothes are too big. Well,
Who had the last laugh on that?
I did, because guess what? You still needed to use my book bag.
For what? I didn't use your book bag for
Oh,
nothing.
you didn't have to put nothing in there?
Nothing.
You thought you were.
No, I did not.
You did think at one point you were going.
I did not. I squeezed everything in a
Listen to her
carry-on bag.
squeeze. Listen, you had a
Squeezed everything. I used compression, packing cubes, and everything.
She
Listen,
took it.
guys, I'm gonna make an episode about the way I pack and plan trips. It's amazing.
It's out of control.
It is
guys.
not. I actually start planning like a week in advance. I write all my outfits down per day.
You hear this?
It helps me stay organized and helps me not overpack.
Not overpack? Are you kidding me?
The goal is
That's
not
what
to
you
get
do.
anything checked in. Like, especially if I'm traveling in the air, the goal is not to get a or bring a medium-sized bag. So do everything on a check-in bag. I'm sorry, carry-on bag.
Please. She had like one bag that was so heavy that was on the carry-on bag.
So that was all just toiletries.
Oh my God.
Hair tools, makeup.
Now you
You're
guys
not a girl.
Right. Thank God. So I know you guys have heard of us talk about the Bright Line train. We didn't take it this time. We actually drove down to
It was a nice
Fort Lauderdale. It
drive.
was a nice drive.
You drove like a bat out of hell.
Bright Line has gotten ridiculous.
Yeah,
Their
they
pricing
did.
has jumped
I still love
up.
them though.
They had like a Facebook group where these people had created this group, big old group. and they were giving us updates on what deals and specials.
Coupons.
But Brightline was not cooperating with the people, so they let it go because it was a lot to manage. So they closed the group, and Brightline is just they're ridiculous now.
Well, let's tell them the true nitty gritty. Like, they actually now have coupons. They still do. But now you could only use them Monday through Thursday?
Like Tuesday through Thursday.
Tuesday to Thursday or something like that. And check this out. You used to be able to carry on your medium-sized bag and large bag. So you won't have to, pay the $15 to check in. But now they're like, I think they're managing their whole trip now like a airline, where if it's bigger than a carry-on, then you have to go ahead and pay them, and you have to check it in, which is stupid. Because I'm okay. We were okay bringing our bags,
and I've never been on a train where it was an overflow of bags, where it was ridiculous.
So stupid.
It's very stupid. They are out for a money grab, and I believe that's how they're going to lose business. They're already look like they're losing business because, again, not that you have to have deals all the time, but okay, now you want to take away deals for people that travel. The train only goes from Orlando to Miami. It stops in between, but that's the furthest that it travels.
Aventura,
right.
Boca Raton.
But the furthest it travels, it starts in Orlando or Miami, and it goes to the opposite. And then little stops in between. The people that are traveling far like that, let them have their deals. If they're traveling on a Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, you don't take that away from them and keep the prices all jacked up. And now you want to charge us for carry-on bags?
Yeah, it's crazy. Now they want to do this whole airline. I mean, that's gonna suck. That's why people were.
That's why people were like, well, you know what? I don't have to take the airplane. I could do the Brightline train. Now you're gonna have people convert back. And I believe the only reason they're doing this is because they need to build these other stops. Like, they want to be in Tampa, they want to be in Port Canaveral.
Yeah.
But don't do that to people.
Port Canaveral is coming next, not this year, the following, and then Tampa's should be on its way too.
I think Tampa's before Port Canaveral.
Is it really?
I think. I could be wrong.
That's going to be cool when they build it.
Guess what?
I mean, I still love Brightline. Don't get me wrong. It's still a very pleasant experience. However, you just have to make sure, just plan it right. Just plan it if it's worth it or not.
Listen, round trip for the three of us was going to be $300 and something. I paid $41 to park at a place for 3 days and a full tank of gas.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
Saved.
And you were driving fast.
Almost $300.
He was driving like a Puerto Rican that just came here from the island. Straight up.
I was just
by the time I woke up, I was like, oh, we're here.
So here's the thing, and this is what I told my wife. When I drive, I adjust for whatever city we're in. Florida, all across the board, is a crazy place to drive. So if I'm driving on I-4, I have to adjust to driving on I-4. I got to drive crazy like everybody else. I'm still safe, but I drive crazy. I don't know if you guys know this, but South Florida, Miami in particular, we didn't make it all the way to Miami. We were in Fort Lauderdale, which is right outside, but that's all the same pretty much. They have the highest rates of car insurance in the United States because people drive. It's
cray-cray.
Like nutcases there. There's so many accidents, everything that happens. So I had to adjust. As soon as I knew we were after we passed West Palm Beach, I said, okay, now I got to drive crazy.
Yeah.
So, but we had a good time. We really enjoyed it. And Iris and I are actually going to do something just for her and I pretty soon. So we'll have some feedback on that when we get a chance to go out of town. And of course, we have our big family cruise coming up at the end of the year. Yeah, so we're going to be doing that, and we're going back on Celebrity, but this will be again their new ship Apex, which is very big. So we'll talk about that.
Double the size, right, of the cruise that we went on.
Yes.
So that's going to be really fun. So, but you know what, baby? I really enjoyed this cruise. It was 110% relaxation mode from beginning to end.
Absolutely.
And I was okay with that. I was okay missing out on a comedy or a show. It was okay because all we did is just sleep, and more sleep.
That's it.
We were so freaking relaxed.
Yes. We really were relaxed, and I enjoyed that.
So. You need that.
Good times.
Hey, can I just say this one more time for you? Or just put this out there. I also think that what makes a difference for a cruise is the cruise director.
Okay.
I want to emphasize on that. The cruise director is what drives the life of the boat.
Mm-hmm.
So even though this cruise was very relaxing, it was nice. We, basically stayed to ourselves and we were very mellow, very chill. The last cruise was similar when we did it on the same boat, but
Mm-hmm.
we had a different cruise director, and this guy was Dominican, awesome, so much life, was everywhere talking, dancing. I mean, remember the last night he had we're gonna party up. He was out there
Oh, yeah.
dancing and everything.
Absolutely.
That still had to be one of the best cruises I think we ever had.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it was all because we had such a great cruise director.
Yes.
This cruise, I kid you not, if we heard the cruise director maybe 2 or 3 times, that was a lot. She was very low key, MIA, and she did not offer you that, I don't know, like that party vibe, I guess.
Not even a party
She
vibe.
was just
She
very
wasn't engaging.
yes, there you go. That's the part. She was not engaging, and she was very introvert. In my, I don't know.
We were actually sitting next to her in
We didn't even
dining
know.
and didn't know that was her until we saw her on the stage later on that evening. The cruise director that we went on the first time with, that was on the first time we went on that same ship, he was in the buffet area talking to everybody, eating himself, but
dancing.
talking. It was very different. He's actually on one of the newer, bigger ships for
What was
celebrity
his name?
now. Luigi.
Oh, he was
Luigi
amazing. If you guys ever catch a celebrity cruise, I don't know where he is. I hope he's in our cruise.
He's not on our ship. He's on the other bit. He's on the sister ship to the ship we're going on.
Oh man, he is just amazing. But I do have to agree, and that's the little secret behind having a memorable cruise.
Mm-hmm.
It's all about the director.
Yeah,
it really is.
So let me ask you something real quick. We're on ships without cruise directors.
Yeah.
Virgin. Mm-hmm. Virgin does not.
Virgin is a whole different experience.
So how do you feel that there's no cruise director on Virgin? Virgin
is very different. I'm okay with Virgin because it's a whole different other vibe.
Okay.
It really is. And I know it's it's a cruise. There's no difference. Lie as you tell. Mm-hmm. Virgin cruise is very different because everybody around you is the life of the cruise. When you go to a show, everybody's talking to you. The game room, everybody is just in your face, happy. Let's do this. Let's do that. It truly is an amazing cruise. You don't need a cruise director for Virgin.
You really don't.
Because the life of the party and the crew is all everywhere.
Yeah, I got you.
Literally everywhere.
I got you. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that will do it for this episode.
Yes.
Thank you guys so much for listening to us. And like I said, very excited and very proud of my wife for this new endeavor here with this show.
I'm excited.
Next couple of shows.
I hope you guys trust me.
Episodes, it'll be us, and then it'll transition over. So we thank you so much for listening to us. This has been Conversations with
Ronnie Keith
and Edie.
Thank you.
Thank you.